All right.
Whoops, I nearly played it twice. So, again, professionalism. Alright, well, welcome to episode 27 of PodChamp, the podcast that gives you up to 100% of your weekly recommended intake of news and views about streaming, gaming, and internet culture. I'm your host, Quigabyte, and today's cast, we're going to start with by reviewing what the Pod Champions have been up to recently. Then we'll be jumping right into our traditional ramblings. And no surprise, I jumped all over my words there, so excellent. So stay tuned, for you're sure to be entertained and enthralled by our witty banter. On the block tonight, we have free games every day for Twitch Prime subscribers, Discord's newish game page, a discussion about monetization of content, and stream markers on Twitch. So let's jump in and talk about what we've been up to over the last week, and let me introduce you to some of the finest people you will ever meet, the Pod Champions. First up, let's start with our resident desert boat captain, Anchor.
Ooh. I always love your intros. They make me feel so good about myself, so thank you very much.
If I didn't trip up over my words every time, it would be even better.
So I have been playing a lot of Ark. This is no secret. Wolf and I have been playing Ark like for several hours every day for like a week and a half now. And it is so fun. And honestly, at first I was like, I'm not really sure if I'm going to like it, but like Wolf really wanted to play. So I was like, okay, I'll play with you. I don't know why I thought I wasn't going to like it. It's a survival game where you collect stuff and build stuff and tame dinosaurs. Like, it's right up my alley. So yeah. I've been loving that.
Yeah, no, I've been watching a little bit of you and Wolf play it. So Starfish and I have played it a little bit, not too much. We've got our little straw shack next to a river, but yeah, I can see the appeal.
A straw shack next to a river is all you need at the start. You guys are doing great.
We get very cold, though, but...
Well, I mean, you hinted that you might be naked, so maybe put some clothes on and then you'll be okay.
It's less fun, though.
It is less fun.
They're just trying to live in the shack true to real life, that's all.
If you're really into, like, dying a lot, then sure, that's fun.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, enough of the nakedness. Moving on. So
Adults only Ark.
Adults only Ark, yeah. So moving on, Alex, enthrall us with your wisdom and tell us about the secrets of Fortnite.
Oh boy! All right, let's talk about Fortnite. So for those who are uninitiated, there was this rocket launch the other day. You guys hear about this?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So the thing that's cool about Fortnite is they tell story, sort of, but not in a super ham-fisted way. Stuff just happens. Like, the thing that's incredibly interesting to me about Fortnite is that unlike other games that have really tried it, Fortnite is, I think, in the truest sense, a living game. Every week, things are changing, even minute details. The maps will change, or trees will grow in a place where a meteor hit, or little things will be updating. All of a sudden, there was like a countdown timer on televisions all over the map. And when the countdown hit 0, sure enough, there was a rocket launch on the map, which if you saw it live was like the most hyped thing that's ever happened. Like, the rocket actually launched, it flew up, and like, it wasn't a cutscene, it was a thing that was happening. People could kill you while it was going on, and it was a one-time event. It'll never happen again. So people who were there to witness it, they got to see firsthand. A rocket like flew up, like a capsule fell out of the sky and dropped someplace, and you could go to it immediately and destroy it. And then the rocket flew around and made a huge crack in the sky. Like, the amount of technology and thoughtfulness and everything that has to go into setting up those kinds of live events, knowing what I do about the game development process, is just bananas. Like, yeah. I'm so thoroughly impressed with the amount of work that they put into setting that kind of stuff up. And so now the game is full of like dubious hints about stuff that's coming up. Things are disappearing from the game world and they're reappearing in the real world. Like there's apparently like a giant plastic hamburger out in the desert that somebody was sharing pictures of that got teleported out of Fortnite. So just their approach to the game and how they keep it new and interesting, and like every week there might be a new weapon or a new thing or a new mechanic. Like it's a living game, and so few games can say that these days. And so I'm just so thoroughly impressed by it that as somebody who was initially kind of like standoffy about Fortnite, I think everybody's got to be playing it. I think there's no question.
Yeah. It's a process. We haven't, well, at least that I don't remember from any other game. it's you can like it or not, and there's people that really don't like Fortnite, but like you really can't deny the amount of work that this team puts into like building either hype or just new mechanics or new stuff for the game. It's really crazy.
Like,
Yeah, the team behind it is really killing it.
I mean, as someone that dislikes the game, you can understand why they're having to put the effort in to separate themselves from the inevitable clones that will be coming out shortly. So they have to like dominate the market worst they can before something that's been out and had more time on it spent can take all their customers, basically.
Oh yeah, definitely. With I think the new Battlefield game is gonna have one. I think the new Call of Duty is gonna have a battle royale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're gonna be there's Realm Royale, which is fine. It's it's not amazing. It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Well, they're like it's alpha, but alpha doesn't actually, like, people say alpha and like early access. That doesn't mean anything anymore. Fortnite is still early access and is the biggest game in the world.
Right,
so
right.
The words don't mean anything anymore. So yeah, no, I think they're, if their goal is to be competitive, I think they're doing an extremely good job.
So obviously, Fortnite took a lot of the thunder from PUBG, but didn't PUBG kind of take the thunder from H1Z1? What was it, King of the Hill or something?
So
Yeah.
in a sense, yeah. So H1Z1, I guess, was the game for a little while, or DayZ was also up there.
Gotcha.
But
yeah.
I'm gonna say they nowhere came close. Like really, Fortnite didn't so much steal PUBG's thunder so much as I think it just generated a ton of new thunder.
Mhm.
Is basically my perspective, because like the amount of, and I think we're gonna see the ripples of this, and we're not totally, like, we see even on Twitch, like the amount of new people who came to Twitch just because like the Twitch Prime promotion, and it was kind of like a kingmaker situation. It made Ninja like a household name. Like,
Yeah.
parents know who Ninja is now.
Right,
so
right.
It's a big deal.
My coworkers know who Ninja is now. Like, it's like, wait,
Yeah,
you're
they
like a
read some article in Forbes,
50-year-old
like, what's with this
director.
rich
Yeah.
kid? Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think we're gonna see way more of that kind of thing, and it's gonna be a long time before we see any game, I think, catch up with Fortnite. I think it's so far ahead, it's not even a contest. People are saying the same thing about LoL for a long time. So I mean, it's it's got a timer on it eventually, but it's pretty solid right now.
Yep, agreed. For sure. All right. So Rux, the champion of sarcastic. Oh my good lord.
Of what?
Can I? This.
Wow,
This.
you said that. You said that very well, didn't you?
Yeah, can we just? We'll just pause that. We'll cut that out.
Sure.
Get it up,
Oh,
Sure.
It's not like this
is
is
a
live.
stream
So
marker. Stream
yeah,
marker.
stream marker. There we go. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So
Carry
Rux,
on,
the champion of sarcastic zeal. What do you have for us?
I've been playing a game called Full Metal Furies, which didn't actually sell a lot, but it's an amazing game. Like, the developers are just like disappointed. They put a lot of effort into it. It's basically like Castle Crashers, but like good. I know Castle Crashers is a great game. I'm not saying it's not a good game. I'm just saying that it's more based around puzzles and like classes. It's just like, it's a great game that I think that not many people have even heard of. To be honest.
I certainly haven't heard of it. I mean, why? You said the developers are a little disappointed about, I guess, the popularity.
Yeah, because it didn't sell well at all.
Well, yeah, that's a good reason to be disappointed.
What
But
is the game's aesthetic? Like, what does it look like?
Super
Crashers.
pixel. I'm looking at it right now on Steam.
It's like, Yeah, it's like pixely, but not like 8-bit pixely.
No,
It's
no,
like
no.
it's like the characters are pixel designed in the game, but the backgrounds are actually like fully designed backgrounds,
Okay, that's kind of cool.
and the cutscenes have like character interactions and stuff. Like all the bosses that you fight have personalities. There's like some sort of lore behind it between like titans and people, and gods and all this stuff. So it's a good game, especially if you like puzzles that make you think about games.
Yeah.
So
Oh, it's from the makers of Rogue Legacy. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this looks real. Oh, the pixel art's awesome. This looks
Yeah,
kick-ass.
it looks really good. Yeah. I never even fucking heard of this game, to be honest. Before you just mentioned it right now.
Awesome. Huh. Interesting.
oh, and I've been playing Just Dance 2018.
Oh, there we
Ooh,
go.
Go me.
Just kidding. Wait, why aren't you streaming that? That sounds
Yeah.
highly entertaining.
Because unlike all of you charismatic folks, I don't want to be on a camera. I despise the thought of being on a camera. I despise the thought of anyone having to see me in a camera or a picture. Never mind me dancing. I don't want to cause the apocalypse, okay? I don't want to be liable for people's damages to their
Wow.
There you go. Yeah, that'd be
The
an interesting one.
apocalypse.
A cam-free Just Dance stream.
Never been seen before. Literally.
Oh boy. All right, moving on. Radioactive starfish. Tell us about life under the sea with your enticing tales.
Well, and it's been a little while since I played this game. I'm not gonna try and say I played it this week. I was trying to talk about something other than Warcraft. So a little while back, I bought Far Lone Sails, and it's very laid back. It's a very chill game for most of it, anyway. You're in this post-apocalyptic world. You're driving this land sailing vehicle. It's very unique.
Yeah, it always looks to me like a giant tractor with a sail on the top.
Kind of, or like a super modified school bus. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what it's supposed to be, but over the course of your travel, which is one way, like this is very on rails for most of it anyway. You're picking up fuel, you're picking up upgrades via puzzles, and a little platforming, but it's pretty easy platforming. There's some weather issues you have to figure out how to get through to get to the end of the game. It's not a super long game by any means, but it's very, very atmospheric. So if that's your jam and you just want to relax for a while and kind of watch the world go by.
Is it like I can do it in one stream kind of game? I'm just asking for a friend.
Probably a longish stream.
Okay.
Yeah, and we saw Starfish. So I'm trying to remember this because we saw someone play it. Was it either on a stream or on YouTube? And that's kind of, we were like, wow, this the art style in this is
Yeah.
amazing. And I can't remember
The
who it was.
music
but-
was cool when the
Yeah.
music was on. I can't remember who we were watching either.
Yeah. So apparently the
that's
game was
the
far
only
more
way I heard
memorable
of it.
than
Yeah.
than the streamer. But yeah, no, I actually I meant to pick that up as well. That looks really good, and I know you enjoyed it. So yeah. All right, moving on. Giga, the champion of Canada and musical maestro, sing to us, or just tell us what you've been playing recently.
I'll tell if
Okay.
if I think of something clever, I'll sing it.
All right.
I've been playing the latest Hitman game for the last couple days. So I've just been killing all the mans and playing the stealth and playing my usual style of stealth game, which is killing everyone
Yep.
in open wide territories where everybody sees me. Uh, but I also want to give a shout out to Ahead in Time, which I didn't have quite um, enough time to play to rate it yet, but what I've seen so far it seems pretty good. It's a bit of a throwback to like the old style of 3D platformers like Super Mario 3D and things like that. And I've played it only about 5 or 6 hours so far. But it seems pretty good from what I've seen. From what I've seen so far, it's all the feels and nostalgia, man. It's really good.
Yeah. And what was that? What was that other game you were playing too? And I forgot the name of it. Where you could, where it was about time, something to do with time.
Oh shit, that was really good too. Thanks
Yeah,
for that.
it's like half a movie, right?
Yeah, Quantum Break.
Quantum Break. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. It was interesting. it I actually liked the gameplay. Um, the thing is, there's not that much gameplay in the game.
Right.
Because it's a crossover basically between a live action TV show and a game, an action game. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I would have liked for them to give me the option to actually download all the live action videos and not stream it online.
That's right. It streams them. That's yeah. I guess.
Yeah, it's really weird, man. Just give me the option to have 100 GB game if I want to, man. Just please.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a bit hard for streaming because like the movie would buffer in the middle of the movie, and I would be like, "Hey guys, you guys enjoying the TV show so far? Yeah."
Yeah.
It's just
But,
dramatic suspense. That's all.
Yeah, yeah. But the gameplay was actually really good, which was about 50% of the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I enjoyed it. I think I was more happy to see the risk that these devs took by making this game, like this very unique game. So I was happy to see that there was something new. But I still don't really know how I feel about it. But it was a good adventure. I finished it. I finished the whole game on stream, so I guess
Yeah.
I liked it enough to.
It was definitely an experience. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, all right. And as for myself, well, I've been playing a lot of Serious Sam actually. So in the Steam sales, the entire like Serious Sam collection was on sale for like $12. So I was like,
Shit.
I've never played a Serious Sam game, so I just bought the whole thing. And yeah, it's enjoyable, but honestly, it's like you don't get a break. You don't get 5 seconds to take a breath. It's just constant action, things running at you, shooting at you. But it's enjoyable. And then apart from Serious Sam, so Starfish and I have been doing some World of Warcraft together in order to try and get some reps, grind some rep for before the battle for Azeroth drops. I still don't have my flying in Legion, so I'm working on that. But yeah, super exciting stuff right now. Slacker.
So,
yeah.
sorry, a quick question about Serious Sam.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
the guys screaming that blow up when they run into you get on your nerves at all?
Just not really get on my nerves, but it's yeah, it gets a little repetitive. So to that point, it's a very interesting game insofar as there's a lot of audio cues, right? So there's a limited number of enemies, and they all have very distinct audio cues. But yeah, there's 1 or 2 levels where there's just hundreds of those guys running towards you screaming, and that I guess that does get a little annoying and repetitive.
Didn't the trailer for the fourth one came fairly recently?
Oh, did it really? Yeah, because this one only goes up to 3, I believe. But
Yeah. Didn't they drop what date are we? July 8th. Maybe
What year is it?
yeah. 2-3 months ago, maybe in somewhere in April. Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to check that out. But yeah, so I played a bunch of the first one, which is remastered, and then I skipped to the third one and played that. So it's kind of interesting because they bundled all the games into one user interface, so you can just kind of switch between them or play them all as one long game. All the levels as one long game if you want to. So yeah, so it's pretty interesting. Yeah, so I think that's what we've been up to for the last week. So moving on to our main content. Let me switch scenes like a pro. There you go. So we're going to start off with Twitch Prime free games. So from July 2nd to July 18th, every day there's at least, I'm saying every day there's at least one game, but now I'm looking at the list. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So every day there's at least one new game available for free if you have Twitch Prime. So you can just go log in to Twitch and you can click the little hat icon thing, I guess, the crown, and get your free game. So I'll be honest with you, here's what I've been doing. Every day I go in and I click the icon to add it to my library, but I don't actually have the desktop installer set up, the desktop app for Twitch set up, so I can't play any of them right now. But yeah, so I'm just looking at the list of games that we have here. Broken Age, I've played that. I actually really enjoyed Broken Age. Do I recognize any of the others here? Well, it's Metal Slug 3.
I'm super stoked about
Pillars of
Battle Chef
Eternity.
Brigade too.
Same here. It's a good game.
Which game?
Battle Chef Brigade. I installed it and I haven't played it yet, but I plan on playing it this week because I've heard really good things about it, and it's totally like the art style that I love. So I'm excited to try.
Yeah.
And it was like a $20 game too. So
really,
like,
okay.
I mean, I saw it, and that's why I hadn't purchased it yet, because I was like, oh, $20. Like, I don't have time to play another game right now. And then when I saw it was on the free games list, I was like, wow, that is excellent, because I really wanted to play it.
Yeah, I'm actually adding all these games up right now just to on Steam, like just to figure out how much how much money is that bundle worth.
Yeah, it's got to be a decent amount. So, for those who may be listening in their car, because I'm sure a lot of people will listen to this podcast in their car, we have on July 3rd we have Metal Slug 3, The Last Blade 2, and Twinkle Star Sprites. And then
those are available all month, it looks like.
Oh, those are available all month. Okay, yeah, those are available from 7/3 to 8/2, and then the week of July 2nd, we have Pillars of Eternity Definitive Edition, Cubo 2.
Those are already over.
It's Cube.
Yeah. Well, they're not over yet though, because I guess Pillars of Eternity is, but the others aren't. Cubo 2. Did you say cubed?
Fuck's sake.
He's gonna keep saying it until I get it. But
so you were talking about Cubo, yeah?
Yeah.
It sounds like the name of like a robot.
It's Cubo 2, I think. But and then we have Battle Chef Brigade that started on July 4th through July 10th. Manual Samuel, July 5th through July 11th. I can't actually read what that says. Is that Goner? Goner, July 6th to July 12th. Next up, Hero, July 7th to July 13th. Urnog, July 8th to July 14th. Hugh, July 9th to July 15th. Deponia Doomsday, July 10th to July 16th. Observer, July 11th to July 17th. Tacoma, July 12th to July 18th. The Bridge, July 13th to July 26th. Brutal Legend, July 14th to July 27th. The Red Strings Club, July 15th to July 21st. Tyranny, July 16th to July 17th. And Broken Age, the one I mentioned at the beginning, July 17th to July 31st. Interesting that one is available through July 31st. But yeah, so that's the collection, I guess. Sounds like some folks are excited for which one was it?
Oh,
What?
Goner.
Goner?
I know
Yeah?
that one. They were playing it on the charity stage at TwitchCon either last year or 2 years ago. Don't remember which. Probably 2 years ago, because it came out in October 2016. It's a procedurally generated platformer, and I'm so excited now that I'm going to have it. It's really hard though. It's not an easy one.
Hmm.
I watched the #1 Alex play it on stage live.
Ooh.
Oh my.
He's
Oh
got a lot of
my.
nerve.
He's got a lot of nerve.
Right?
Yeah. So Alex, how's that Alex username coming along?
I'm looking at it right now. Nothing has changed apparently.
Nothing
He's
yet?
still-
Okay.
He still exists. I think his name used to be uppercase. It looks like it's lowercase now. I'm not sure if that was a
Dang.
ploy to keep me out of it.
Yeah,
What a
Hmm.
dick.
maybe.
What
Alright.
the fuck? Observers in there. I just paid like $20 for that game because I wanted to stream fucking shit.
Quick, refund it. Quick, hurry, quick.
After playing it
Get
for
a
like
refund. Get a
for like-
refund.
for like 8 hours. Yeah,
Okay.
I just wanted to refund that game that I played 8 hours already. It's full of bugs and shitty. Please refund.
Just say you like tripped and fell
Right,
onto it
right.
and you couldn't get up for 8 hours because of your bad back.
Yeah. Good idea. I'm sure that's gonna work.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So,
I'm
so that's
glad
cool.
to say I could have gotten it for free.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, a bunch of cool games for free. Obviously you do have to have the Twitch desktop client to play any of these. So yeah, don't forget to go into your Twitch account and click on the crown and add the game to your library.
And then once you're done playing the game, you can summarily uninstall the Twitch client
Right,
until
right.
you do this again.
So, absolutely.
You're not supposed to say that.
Oh wait, oh wait.
I don't see a sponsored by Twitch little placard on this. We're fine.
Yeah.
We're fine.
No, this is just sponsored by Logan Paul. So
Yeah,
Oh my
gross.
god.
If I
Every day.
uninstall,
It's every day, bro.
I uninstalled the Twitch app, where would my WoW add-ons come from? Where?
that is a good point. You have to have the Twitch app now to keep your WoW add-ons up to date.
See, this is why I'm so glad that we're talking about this, because they want so badly to find ways to force you to use their program that nobody wants,
Right.
that they're going to incredible lengths. I'm a little impressed. Because, like, if I lived in a universe where Discord existed and did not completely suck, like the world that we live in, I would have given up. Like, holy crap, how are you still hanging in there? Like, the Twitch name, like, try as they might, the Twitch name is not enough to carry them against Discord. There's no way.
No.
True. All right. Anything else we want to say about free games? I know everyone really appreciated me taking about 2 minutes to very slowly read through every single one of them with the dates. So
And mispronounce half.
hey, that's the way I roll. So
I mean, besides the fact that I think I've seen Brutal Legend in nearly every single giveaway I've ever seen,
yeah.
then yeah.
Brutal Legend is terrible, too. It's like an apple that you give out for Halloween.
Yeah.
The fruit cake that you keep regifting.
Like, it's actually so bad, and I've been angry about it for almost a decade, and that's not a joke.
All right. Sure.
Just
go
fun
ahead.
fact. I actually put all these games in my cart, and we're above like $275. So yeah,
Really?
it's yeah,
Jeez, that's
It's-
pretty good.
yeah, that's pretty damn good.
Interesting.
Is that American or Canadian? Though?
Well, it's Canadian for me. Yeah,
It's
for
gonna
sure.
be Canada bucks, but still.
So it's actually probably a little cheaper for you guys because
They convert okay. They convert all right.
Yeah.
Canada's doing good.
And undoubtedly it's double the amount for rugs because everything in England costs twice as much. So
Rip.
Yeah, but it's coming home.
it's coming home.
Yeah, it's coming home.
Yeah, we'll see. 3 lines on the shirt.
God, just kill me, please.
So just for anyone else who's listening and everyone else in the podcast, you have no idea what Rux and I are talking about. But
Is it football? Is it football?
it is
Top-
football related. Yeah, it is.
I was
football.
gonna say.
Not that I watch it, but yeah. All right. Moving on So next item here is Discord's game page. Wait, am I on Steam? So I found this thing.
What?
So I found this thing accidentally this week because I opened Discord and I was
Yeah,
like,
well-
What's this? What am I looking at?"
I think that's pretty much how everyone
Yep.
discovered it.
It just kind of just showed up, and you're like, oh, cool.
Yeah. So this is a screenshot from the article that Starfish put in our Trello because I was going to take my own screenshot, but of course it's got all my private chats in here and all that kind of stuff. So this is just whoever happened to post
Ooh,
that.
private chat.
That's right, all my private chats. That's what Discord's for, right? But yeah, so it's. I mean, it shows you, I guess, what your friends are playing. There's, I guess, a quick launcher in there for different games. Is anybody going to use this? Is my question.
Well, I can't figure out how the quick launcher chooses its games. Some of them are games that I've played recently. Some of them are not.
I'm sure without like play analytic data for you, it just checks the default install locations of all those games, just queues them up and then shuffles them. That would be my assumption.
Yeah,
So it just like throws darts at the wall, and then as you start, I don't know if it sorts them. Like I literally, and I don't think I ever will launch a game through Discord, but
I don't think so either.
I will say it's cool that they've got, and I don't even have it set. Like, so when I open up Discord, I don't start on that anyway. I start on my, messages or channel or whatever. So real talk, I'll probably never use that games tab again. But it's cool that it has news in it. Like, it's thoughtful, you know what I mean? And it's cool that at a glance you can see what everybody's playing, and I guess like go in on something if you wanted to. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's interesting. So I'm looking. I just pulled up my own Discord to see what it's telling me. Right
Yeah,
now.
same here. It shows
Um,
who's playing what too.
it does.
If you're
Yeah.
looking for.
Yeah. I
Teammates,
also
I
see it
guess.
shows that 5 of my friends are currently talking in.
Yeah, I
Discord,
was
so-
gonna say yeah, in the podcast channel. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is one thing that Discord has been doing that I think is really admirable, and I think it kind of like for how successful Twitch has been as a platform. I think one thing that they're really bad at is knowing what it is that people want. Like if we, and I think this isn't on our docket today, but the new discovery features that they're working on, they're like gonna add tags for streams now, and it's like, well, we could have had that ages ago if you didn't waste all that time on communities that nobody's using.
Right,
So,
right.
like,
Wait, I forgot about communities.
Creative had this functionality ages ago, and they
Yeah.
took it away.
creative work, and they broke it. They broke it. I'm so angry. So it's me. So while they were just fumbling with features that nobody was really sure that they wanted, Discord was like working with developers to get integrations. Like for example, in my games tab, I can see a friend of mine who's playing Fortnite, and they're playing squads, and I can see if any of my other friends are also in the squad with them, how they're doing, how they're placed. I can see what my friends, battle pass tier is, like without even having to be in the game. Like really deep integration that gives you a lot of information about what people are doing without you even having to log in. So you can kind of keep tabs, like if your friend is, if you message your friend, you're like, oh, they're replying, what's up? Oh, they're in the middle of a raid, whatever, I'll leave them alone. So it gives you actually like valuable and pertinent information that you can actually use. And so I wouldn't use it very often. Like, can't see myself wanting to, but it's cool that I can. And I don't know if you guys noticed this, but for like, if you've got a friend listed, you can click the little dots next to them, and you can turn them on and off. So you can even choose which friends you see information about
Oh yeah,
in
I see
the
that.
in the heads up display. So
I do wish this was a little bit more customizable. Like I could give a rip about Warframe, and that's on my page and things like that. I'm just never gonna play those games.
But
So if they could
Yeah.
show me something relevant, that'd be aces.
Hey, Starfish, can I just interrupt you real quick? I think you actually have like your webcam microphone on as well, or something. Because we're hearing an echo, and I'm wondering if that's what it is.
I'll have a look.
Okay,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, I'm not hearing an echo.
Sorry to.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
heard it for sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
I feel like
okay.
she's got 2 microphones enabled.
In
Anyway,
other news,
in
it's
other
Rocket
news.
League's 3rd birthday. Ooh,
Is it really?
for the Discord. That's what it said in the Discord thing.
Oh. But yeah,
And I'm actually gonna disappear really briefly and then come back on the down low. because I can't fix it.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. I see League of Legends up in the top. There's multiple like news items I can click on, I guess. And then of course I got all my games. Yeah. So I mean, I guess it could be useful. I just generally don't use things like this. But
Yeah.
it's a neat. I mean, you can see they put a lot of work into integrating everything together. But
Well, I just found this. I'm digging in the settings, and if you go into settings under games, it looks like you can remove games from the games that have been added to Discord. So presumably, if you want to kind of control which games you see information about in the games tab, I think you can just remove them there.
yeah, I see that.
Okay.
I'm trying it out right now, and yeah, it looks like that works. Golf. I had golf with your friends on here, and then I removed it, and it's gone. So it looks like you can customize some stuff like that. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
I mean, it's also a sneaky way of getting people to use Discord more as well. Because if you go, oh, my friend's playing this game that I play with them, then you can be like, hey, get in Discord.
Yeah. No, it kind of makes it that one stop, right? I think that's kind of what they're going for. You can launch the game from there. You can see what your friends are playing, join their games. You've got news, you've got chat, you've got everything. All you need is Discord, right? So
One-stop shop.
yeah.
Unless you're trying to play a Blizzard game.
Well, although they have
They
Hearthstone in their quick launcher there. If you look at the screenshot, they actually have Hearthstone in there. So I'm assuming someone, because like on my well, I guess yeah. So I guess you can launch Blizzard games directly from there.
Well, you might have been able to, but Blizzard basically came out and said, remove that from your your Discord. Remove that from your launcher, or there'll be hell to pay. Like all Blizzard games, they got really mad about it.
Yeah, if you actually hover over the play button, on like I'm doing it for Overwatch right now, it's blocked.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason Blizzard just put the kibosh
Come
on
on,
that
guys.
the day it came out, basically. So
Interesting. All right, Starfish, are you back? I'm gonna take that as a no. All right. Anything more we want to say on Discord's game page?
I mean, Final Fantasy 14's not on there either, just saying.
It's cool. It's really cool.
It's really cool.
I like it.
That's pretty cool, man.
It's cool.
All right, I think we can move on.
You think we can move on? All right. Okay,
Yeah.
let's move on to our next topic. So our next topic here is monetization, making green. So you can see I spent a lot of time on this slide. Basically, I took the logos of everybody and just threw them on the screen.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it was a lot of effort. But obviously I have YouTube, Twitch, Mixer, and then I threw Game Wisp on here. Alex's comment: does anyone still use Game Wisp? I have one subscription on Game Wisp. Streamlabs, not really. I mean, I guess people donate via Streamlabs, so
Yeah.
and then Patreon, kind of a side gig, so to speak. Yeah. So what was I'm going back here to look at what was the impetus for adding this. So I think it was YouTube. Let's see. YouTube introduces new monetization features for creators, and I'm guessing Starfish is back because I hear an echo of myself now. Or not.
Starfish should be on push to talk, so that shouldn't affect your echo.
Okay. All right. Well, it looks like so YouTube's been working on new tools that will help creators engage with fans. So channel memberships. So you can pay the creator to have a monthly. Sorry, hang on. This is really driving me up the wall. Has someone got speakers on? I literally, like, everything I say, there's a half-second delay.
I'm pretty sure it's Alex.
Is
It's
it me?
Alex.
Say something?
Hello.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yep.
That doesn't normally happen to me.
Disrupting the
I don't-
podcast.
All
I don't
right,
think
now it
case
should be better.
solved.
It sure yeah, it sure
Yep,
is. Okay,
there you
good.
So Starfish was falsely accused.
Poor Starfish.
Sorry about
Man,
that.
I've been trying so hard to diagnose how to disable just the sound from my webcam.
Sorry about that. All right. So channel memberships. So you can viewers can pay you $4.99. Interesting number. So they can get unique badges, emojis, etc. Access to the community tab, which so many people use. I mean, talking about the community tab, there was someone talking about it the other day. Like, check out my community tab, and I'm like, what is the community tab? So it's a thing. There's, apparently no one uses it, but yeah. So I guess you can have paid channels now on YouTube. Looking here, it says merchandise. I don't know how YouTube is help. Oh, YouTube's joining forces with Teespring, so the creators can choose 20 merchandise items to be customized and sold from a shelf on their channel. So that's interesting. Now, doesn't Twitch have some kind of merchandise thing?
For partners.
They do for partners? Okay. I just know that... Yeah, go ahead.
Streamlabs just started a merch store through them as well.
Okay. And then I see that YouTube is adding premieres, or premieres as I would say, but a new way for creators to upload content to YouTube. So this is interesting to me because it allows you to debut pre-recorded videos as a first-time live broadcast, right? Which I believe, pretty sure Twitch already has that capability.
Right,
so.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Called that even.
Mm-hmm.
That's what caught my attention too on that article.
Yeah, so it's very interesting to me reading through these new YouTube monetization features. All of these already exist on Twitch.
Right. And it's interesting. I mean, a little bit off topic of monetization, but just it's really interesting to me the way that Twitch's competitors are currently like frantically copying features, because Mixer added a clip feature the other day too, which is, something that Twitch has had for a little while.
What do you mean? It's called highlights.
Got him.
Got him.
No, I'm
Completely
kidding. It's literally the same fucking thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's not called a clip feature, but it is a clip feature.
Yeah.
What's the split on their partnered channels? Did they actually made that public?
Let me see if it says here.
70-30 apparently.
Okay.
70.
So 70% YouTube.
No, actually, creators.
Okay. I was just assuming.
That would have been sick, though.
That's Mixer, right?
That's YouTube.
Oh, okay.
It's YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. What else do we want to say about monetization? I know, Alex, this was one of the areas you wanted to add as well, with a lot of the different options available. You mentioned Game Wisp, and like you said, does anyone really use that anymore? I guess a few people do, but
Yeah.
Well, I think the sort of death knell for that is the fact that affiliate is so much easier to get now. I mean, not that it's easier. It's easier to get than partner used to be,
Well,
and that used to be the niche.
affiliate
whatever.
exists, so
Right, affiliate exists, so Twitch is kind of taking that market.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how, and we've talked a little bit about this in the podcast before, the fact that affiliate only exists because Twitch has competition. Like, really, affiliates can't be making the lion's share of the money that Twitch brings in. There's no way. It's just, it doesn't stand to reason. But because affiliates want to make money, and the affiliate contract locks you in to Twitch, all your unique stream content for 24 hours, so you can't put it other places.
Yeah,
it's a way of ensuring that all your content stays in the Twitch ecosystem. It's a way of them from keeping you in Twitch. And I think some prominent streamers, I think Lol Renee might have been one of them. I forget who it was, but they announced that they're leaving Twitch specifically because they want to be able to cross stream. Huh?
She moved to Mixer, yeah.
Yeah. Well, she moved to Mixer also so that she could she had the option to cross post on other platforms. So that's what a lot of people are doing. They're saying, why would I just stream on Twitch when I can stream on Twitch, or when I can stream on Mixer and YouTube and Facebook Live, and I can do them all at the same time and nothing's stopping me? Like, why would I not cross-pollinate? And depending on the game that you play, it's actually a really great idea to do that. Like, for example, I stream this Dragon Ball Z game on my phone, Dokkan Battle, and it brings in a decent audience. I had 60 people watching Dokkan Battle today.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
it took off. But there are people who play Dokkan on YouTube, and they get 500 people.
Yeah.
And it's in part because they have that benefit of having integrated like, people watch your videos, and while they're looking at the videos, they can see if you're live and then click on it and go straight to your stream. So I think for certain people, those other platforms are super, super, super effective. But I think it depends on your type of content, and it depends on your audience. So it's not for everybody, but I can definitely see why for a lot of streamers it'd be really attractive to kind of try to spread your content around more and saturate more and just grow the brand than it would be to stay inside the Twitch ecosystem, especially with how hot and cold Twitch has been lately with being receptive to community feedback.
And that's something I think Mixer's done better than any of the others so far. So far, they're still pretty new, but YouTube's got a history of not giving a crap about its creators, and so does Twitch.
That's very true, especially with all the monetization stuff that's been happening. I will say YouTube, I think, has not done a great job of, like, they clearly want to be a game streaming platform that's taken seriously, but I don't think they're taken seriously by the game community. I think it's just a thing that people watch because it's there. Whereas I think Mixer is putting in a lot more work. And, like, for example, Twitch has, like, games have Twitch integration, but that's not integration that Twitch sought out. That's integration that that people just put in. Twitch just left the API open and was like, go crazy, have fun, make chatbots, whatever. And then people just made it work. Whereas Mixer is very actively, especially because it's owned by Microsoft, and Microsoft, does their share of game development. Mixer has gone very far out of their way to deliberately get themselves involved on the ground floor with games and add in, I think, some pretty like native support for things like, if you go to a stream on Mixer, I think I saw this. If you go to a stream on Mixer and they're playing a certain game, you'll see buttons on the default stream layout, like, underneath the video or whatever, where you can interact with the game just by pressing those buttons. So it's not even like chat commands, which works fine, but ultimately clears stuff up. It's a whole separate, like, very deliberately laid out functionality. So they're putting a lot of thoughtfulness into it, and they kind of have to, just because of how far behind they are. Like, they kind of it's an uphill fight that they have. So it's nice to see them putting in that effort. I'm still not convinced, though, that it's going to wind up paying off for them, but we're going to have to see.
We'll see. Interesting, like, side note again, because I can't stay on track this week. I heard rumors that Google was working on a, like, sort of cloud streaming kind of shindig that would integrate with YouTube gaming, like, seamlessly. So that would be an interesting way to increase traffic, I think, and usage.
Yeah,
I also heard about that, and I think it's amazing watching people online throwing darts at the wall trying to figure out what the
Right. Like, there's no detail, there's nothing. So
Everybody's just
it's just rumors.
Like, it's incredible.
But it's in the cloud, man.
I just can't wait to see how they fuck it up. Honestly.
That's inevitable.
Well, that's the great thing about Google, is if any company can just keep trying until they get it right.
Right.
It's Google, they'll just go, all right, that didn't work, whatever. We'll just change it. It's basically an infinite pool of money they have to pull from.
Yeah, it's true. All right. Anything else on this topic we want to talk about? Last call. All right. So, moving on. And our final topic for today is stream markers on Twitch. So this is the big news that you've all been hearing about. No, just kidding. But it is a cool little feature that I noticed, and I think Anchor noticed too, that showed up recently. So, Anchor, do you know any details on this one?
I know a little bit, which is just what I've read from the Twitch article that
Yep,
came out.
yep.
Basically, you can type like /marker into your chat while you're streaming, or use like a keyboard shortcut. I think it's like Control B
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
Control B.
But I haven't personally tested it, so I don't know if you can just really quickly hit Control B at any point while you're streaming, or if you need to click over into your chat and click Control B, because it says like the panel must be in focus in order for this to work. But I don't know what the panel it refers to.
Quick, experiment.
So,
Experiment.
yeah, so maybe
Hang
we
on.
should experiment right now. But
Live test.
Well, I don't know if Control B did anything. It didn't do anything in the. Oh wait, but I'm not logged into the chat as PodChamp, so it probably has to be the streamer. Hang on. Let me.
Yeah. Well, are you an editor? It says streamers or editors.
I don't know if I'm an editor, to be honest with you. But keep talking. I'm going to go over to the channel.
So I haven't tried like the shortcut thing personally, but Wolf was streaming the other day, and I think he typed /marker into his chat at this really terrible critical thing that happened while we were playing Ark yesterday. And he typed /marker, and it marked his channel. So when he ended his stream, he went to his like highlight area, and it had that section that he clicked, that he typed
pretty cool.
/marker. And it's in there. So he was able to like, edit it and turn it into like a clip. So I think it's pretty handy. Instead of, if something crazy happens in chat, you could say like, oh, hey guys, clip that or something. But now like you also have the power as the streamer to like mark it for later if you want to make your own highlight.
It's basically like the marker feature on every editing software ever, but that you can do live, which is pretty cool because you don't have to go back on the video after just to find like, oh yeah, I think I was pretty early in the stream, like maybe an hour-ish, and then it's pretty. I think it's pretty neat. It's just it's a simple feature, but it's really useful.
So I did go ahead and load up the stream from the PodChamp account. Control B didn't do anything; it just brought up the bookmarks menu. But /marker does seem to work. So both as my own account as a mod in the channel, which I guess I must be an editor, and as the PodChamp account, I can do a /marker. Now I can put text after it, so I don't know if that text gets added to the marker, but
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's just a reminder, I guess.
Yeah. So that seems to be a pretty neat feature.
Yeah, I really like it because a lot of times I will forget to highlight something or clip something, and then after stream I'm like, oh man, I really would like to highlight that, but I streamed for 4 hours and I don't know where it was in the stream. So then you have to go back and look through 4 hours of stream. So this is going to be very handy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even for our podcasts, it would not kill us to drop a marker right after we go live so that we know where to cut the VOD.
Oh.
That's what that's what I was thinking as well, because since we've been just exporting out to YouTube, Quig was saying like, oh, well, they can hear us now in all of our professional banter at the beginning or whatever, which is fine. But like this could also help us, easily clean that up if we wanted to.
Well, it's kind of interesting actually, because this week I was playing around with the highlights features, and I didn't realize how long a highlight you can make. I don't know if there's any limit to it, but I made a highlight that was 3 hours long, so that's a great highlight. But I noticed that, I mean, you can just drag the start and the end, and then when it saves it, you can just export that directly to YouTube too. So exactly like Starfish said, we put a marker at the beginning, then when we create the highlight, use that as the start of the stream. We should just be able to export it to YouTube without the gubbins before. So yep, it'll be useful. All right.
Like I said, we're pros.
We are pros because
discovering features.
Not once during this stream did we have to pause because there was some kind of technical issue or someone screwed up.
We were not playing games, though.
That is true.
Because as we figured out when we play games, as we figured out last week, everything goes fine.
Oh yeah, nothing went wrong at all. So, so I think that's about it for today, guys. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed the cast. I'm Quigabyte. Thanks go to Giga, Starfish, Alex, Anchor, and Rux. We have been PodChamp Podcast. That's PodChamp, PodCast. Follow us on Twitter.
Got it first
and-
try!
Follow
I
us on
mean,
Twitter and follow us on all of our
really?
channels on Twitch. Nearly. I paused. Rux detected the pause. It's because my script. So for those, here's a little insider knowledge. I write a script for all this stuff, right? And I have it in front of me. And it's wrong in my script. And every week I trip over it, and every week I don't correct my script. So, but there you go. So, all right. Thanks everybody. Have a fantastic Sunday evening. Bye bye.
Boy.
See
Au
you.
revoir.
Bye.